Welcome to a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda.
Good morning. Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Welcome to December 21st, 2011, Lorain County Board of Commissioners meeting. Commissioner Williams has the dog.
Good morning. We got a very lovable Rottweiler here. And it just kind of goes to show that it's not the breed, it's the dog and how people treat the dogs. Very lovable. And looking for a good home. I mean, this is going to make a great Christmas present. So if you could come down and take a look at this gorgeous dog. It was found in Lorain. And bring him home and hopefully make him a part of your family. And Jack, how many dogs do we have at the counter? 31 other dogs to take a look at. So thank you, and again, come down and take a look at this dog and give him Merry Christmas.
Very nice dog.
Madam Clerk.
At 9:45, Probate Judge Walther, Dr. Lisa Fox, and Lynette Ford from LSU Extension will be here in regards to the allocation of funds for the I-4 4-H program. Under Resolutions Number 1, Job and Family Services Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Investments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Under the Commissioners, authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary sheet for employees within jurisdiction of Lorain County Commissioners.
Mr. Cordez.
I do have a couple of potential hires with regard to 911 and possibly Golden Acres that I want to talk to a board about also. A matter of contract negotiation with United Steelworkers of America. Both of those topics allow for executive session talk, so I would ask at the conclusion of our regular board meeting today we go into the executive session and have those discussions. Thank you.
Authorize the exemption of expenditures of $1,000 or less from prior certification requirements.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Express Commissioners' intent to conduct an internet auction for the sale of unneeded, obsolete, or unfit county personal property in calendar year 2002, advertised in the Chronicle on December 11, 2011, and January 13, 2012.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Authorize County Administrator to provide and execute all necessary documents effective December 22nd, 2011 through December 31st, 2011 for the year-end close activity, including but not limited to transfers, advances, repayments, appropriations, requisitions, travel, bills, payroll-related transactions, and payments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Approve and waive the reading of the same in County Commissioners meeting minutes of December 7, 2011.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Under Job and Family, authorize various personnel to utilize the various Visa, Speedway, and BP credit cards for the year 2012, not to exceed $4,000. Said usage is for work-related expense, food, transportation, gas and oil, motor vehicle repair and maintenance, conference, telephone, and lodging.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Approve and enter a renewal agreement with Maximus, Concord Township, Ohio, in the amount of $3,700 to update the space report for January 1st, 2012 through December 31st, 2012.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Under solid waste, extend the contract with Liberty Tire Recycling LLC Minerva for scrap tire processing and recycling services for 2012 to be paid from the tire open dump account, and price is $106 per ton.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Under the transit, adopt the fare increases and route changes effective January 1st, 2012 through December 31st, 2016 for LCT.
So moved.
Second. Do we want Pam to come up and, or do we need her to come up?
Well, I don't know what the fare is going to be. You guys
Yeah,
can
we
Right.
didn't do it.
We
We've
have
got
to
the
make a
fare increase
decision
here, yeah,
whether
we've got to
we-
make a decision as of this, that's why we're in discussion at this point. I wouldn't be against a 50-cent increase this year, coming into 2012, and then quarter for the following 4 years. That'll be about half of the revenue you had discussed, Mr. Williams.
Yeah.
I don't know if the dollar puts us too much that we would have
Well, I was
too much of an
looking at-
adverse effect.
I was looking at 75 cents, just to try to regain the, what we're cutting from it. I guess the tiebreaker is going to be Lori.
It's discussion. I'm not against that. That was my proposal. If we went 50 cents quarter. Going to 75 will put us around $3 each way, which would generate what, about 48,000? Is that a rough number? 3/4 of your dollar proposal?
I believe that's correct.
But that money is not matched, correct?
No, it's not matched, but it's taking the 50,000 that we're cutting and basically putting it back into the service, so.
And that's based if we get the same ridership.
Correct, and we know that we're going to have a dip in ridership probably for the first 3 to 6 months, and then it should pick back up.
I guess it's my opinion that I like the 50 cents and then incremental increases after each year. So we would get to basically the same outcome as what Mr. Williams would like to see with the 75 cents, and then even taking it up to the $1.
Well,
So-
actually, what we could do then in that case, if you're not adverse to that, either commissioner, we do 50 this year, 50 the following year, then quarter. That would extend it out so it's not as an adverse effect immediately, but would probably get the same amount of revenue at the end of 2 years.
Okay. Now, when you're saying 50, quarter, is that,
It's a 5-year,
right, so 50%,
50
or
cents.
50 cents, I'm sorry, increase this year.
2012
So, and then additional 50%, or 50 cent increase
in
in,
13,
and then an additional quarter.
quarter for 14, 15, and 16. And we can always readdress that through the public hearing process.
Okay.
If we need to increase fares or decrease them if things pick up. Mr. Cordez?
You wouldn't need a public hearing to decrease them.
Right,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Okay, it's just the other way.
right.
And,
Now, I believe we have a small issue, though. We didn't go past, I believe, $1 increase.
Correct.
A quarter to $1.
A quarter to $1 each year. It wasn't over the 5-year term. It was anywhere from 25 cents increase to $1, and then doing it incrementally over a 5-year.
Did we present the additional, I don't think the 50/50 is a problem at all.
Right.
I'm just wondering about the continuation of the 25 and the 25. I'm not sure that we talked about an accelerator that was going to go over $1. I'm just not sure. We probably
My
need to look at what
understanding
we...
is we were doing this over a 5-year process, anywhere from 25 cents to $1 per year.
Did we have the,
In 2001, it states 25 cents was
what was the
increase
maximum
your-
we took it up to in a
$1.
5-year, excuse me?
$1.
Over a whole 5-year period? What's the cumulative of a 5-year at the maximum that we proposed?
$6 all day pass, correct, Pam? I mean,
No, I'm talking about the increase. What was the maximum increase over 5
What
years?
Jim's asking for, if you add up all the quarters, does it go 5 years at a quarter each year? That'd be $1.25.
$1.25. No. Quarter. It goes by quarter.
Okay, 5 years.
Mhm.
So it'd be
$1.25.
$1.25.
Right. All I'm saying is you can move the numbers around, but I don't think you can exceed the maximum that you
So
proposed
we can only
over
go
the
up to
5 years.
$1.25
If that,
increase.
I don't have the sheet in front of me, but if that's what the sheet says, you can just look at it, Lori, and see what the maximum was.
Pam,
What it says.
can you come up and join us, please?
Sure.
Quarter 50, $75.
Clarification, Pam.
What we actually put in the press release was that the fare increases would be no less than 25 cents per year,
Correct.
up to $1 per year.
Per year.
Per year?
5 years
Correct.
per year is how
Per
it's
year.
written.
Okay, then
Oh,
we're
good.
good.
Well,
Then we're
we could
fine.
do however.
I wasn't sure if we did it
Also-
over the whole time period, that's why I was
If you
looking for the
read what we
sheet.
put out for the public hearings, Mr. Cortez, you might know what we're doing
Now,
here.
trying to
now,
keep us
now,
straight.
come on now, you couldn't remember either.
Well, I said that's how I believed it was, that's why the proposal came out accordingly.
Yeah, if it was per year, then
Thank you, Pam.
you can do anything you want. I
Right.
just wanted to make sure we didn't exceed the maximum
Correct.
parameters.
No, it was a
that we
quarter.
established. So we established $5.
Correct, up to a
Over
$5
right.
increase if we wanted to. But I think if we went to 50 cents in 12, 50 cents in 13, would be splitting the baby.
Right.
And then quarter, it would take us a couple of years to achieve those dollars, and hopefully an increase in ridership, or the state finds additional funds to help us put more routes on the road.
That would be peachy.
Is the board agreeable to a 50-50, quarter, even though, I mean, we hate to do this, but I mean, for the sake of still keeping transit to some degree in the county, we have no option at this point.
Does that, the dial-a ride, does that stay the same, or does that increase at the same intervals?
It will go up the same increments. It's an all-encompassing resolution.
Okay,
I would support it.
yeah, I like the
Can you
interval.
call for the vote?
Sure. I make a motion to,
There's-
oh,
Okay. Well, there's already a motion on
I
the floor.
already did
It
the
was just
motion. We just had
discussion.
to do the discussion
Okay.
part. You already seconded the motion. I just
Okay.
want to make sure we had confirmation of the board.
Yeah.
okay.
Can you call
Mr.
for the
Kayla?
vote, please? Yes.
Ms. Kowski?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Under Children's Services, authorize various personnel in Children's Services Department to utilize the agency's Visa card for the year 2012, not to exceed 2,500, and the Shell Oil Gasoline card not to exceed 200. Authorize Director Crow and directors to utilize the agency's Visa card not to exceed 5,000, and various agency workers in the amount not to exceed 10 to 20,000 for work-related expense items.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Under Clerk of Courts, authorize Clerk of Court Nabokowski to utilize the Lorain Visa credit card for the year 2012, not to exceed $1,000 for conferences, food, lodging, transportation, telephone, gas, and oil, or vehicle maintenance and emergency repairs of county-owned or leased vehicles.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Under Common Pleas, adopt the Common Pleas Court General Division credit card policy and authorize various judges and staff to utilize the county's Lorain issued Visa credit card not to exceed $7,500 for the year 2012. Said usages for work-related expense, food, transportation, gas and oil, motor vehicle repair, maintenance, conference, telephone, and lodging.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was just curious on these, who reviews the expense reports? I haven't seen any for judges this year.
They go directly to the auditor's office for
Okay.
journal entry.
And is this the same amount they've always gotten, 7,500?
This is the first time we're doing it for Common Pleas Court.
And do the other judges get,
The other judges haven't submitted anything for their credit cards.
Yeah, they have. Oh, what's
No,
this, under
for-
domestic relations?
Yeah,
Alright.
domestic relations and Common Pleas, sorry.
Yes.
Domestic says we've always done it this first time for Common Pleas.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
This is the first time for Common Pleas to get the credit card. Domestic has had theirs.
I got to tell you that with the way things are sometimes with the thinning of resources and
Mhm.
staff, there's times when we have to use the county credit card when there's travel or other things that come up that fit the permissible use of those cards under the Ohio Revised Code, simply because we can't get the process processed quick enough at times. And it's a very, very well-defined usage policy under the code.
it didn't seem like it was.
It's only those issues that are written right there.
Right.
There aren't very many issues written there.
Correct. That's all that it can be used for.
If they have to book for a conference instead of having
It
to wait for
says
a
usage
check.
for work-related expense, food, transportation, gas, oil, motor vehicle repair, maintenance, conference, telephone. I mean, that's everything.
That's right from the code.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that is right from the code. They can't order supplies, they can't, it's a very simple.
Mr. Luby's joining us. Good morning,
Well-
Good
Tim.
morning, Commissioners. Yeah, this is the first time, actually, we've actually done this for the first time. Commissioner, you asked for the amount. That's actually what the bank said. We went over to Lorain and they said, yeah, this is what you guys could be approved for. It's really two reasons for us. We're going to these conferences anyway. Our judges were just at a conference, for example. They were not able to, because of the timing issues now with the auditor's office,
right.
to get a check issued from the county. If you don't have a check issued from the county or a county credit card, you're not allowed to take advantage of your tax exemption. So I had 4 judges that had to attend a conference, and we probably paid $27 per judge in taxes that we shouldn't have had to pay. So that's why one of the reasons we're looking for the credit card.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we can't use it to go out and buy supplies. We can't use it to go out and buy anything else. It's simply work-related, limited to those identified sections under the code, and we simply just matched what the code said.
Right, and you take the piece of paper wherever you go to and say, here's what it is.
Absolutely.
They verify it, we bring it back, just like the conferences we go to.
And then we went further than what the code requires, is we have an internal policy, and I sent that over when we requested this to the commissioners, and that our internal policy requires kind of a further auditing than even what the county auditor requires, just to make sure that we're always above board.
And it says judges and staff, so who would be the staff people?
Any staff that would be authorized to travel. So, for example, right now, under our current written policy, the only people that are authorized are the judges and myself. There could come an occasion where a judge would say, I need my magistrate to attend a conference. Then they would have to, in writing, authorize their magistrate, and that would become part of our policy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that you have to have a county credit card in order to get the tax exemption.
You absolutely do. That's the law. That's what the
I've
vendors
used
require.
I've used the tax-exempt slips from purchasing and used my own card to go places
Yeah,
before.
the cards work.
I'm not
We've-
disagreeing that you should have the card.
Yeah,
at
I'm not
all.
dis-
I'm
disagreeing
just
that
telling you
either.
what vendors have done in the past to us. Most of most of our judges will have to go down to Columbus for their conferences, and at most of those hotels, they require a form of county payment.
It makes it easier.
It makes it easier, but if you give them the
expedites the
slip,
process,
if you
right.
give
It's
them the
their
slip
issue,
for purchasing.
not ours.
I've left my piece of paper in my car and my luggage before when we've had to be somewhere. I go digging out for it, so after the fact. So.
Yeah, I don't know if you have those forms, but purchasing has
We have them. We absolutely have them. I've been to conferences. I've had the form, and the vendors have refused to honor the tax exemption because they say, we want a county form of payment.
Oh,
Based on the vendor, sure.
It's based on the
Yeah.
vendors.
I know
Could
in
happen.
Columbus I was able to use the piece of paper.
Right.
In that. But, yeah, with the amount, I know in the private sector, most companies, larger companies, are around $10,000 in that. I don't have an issue with it. The auditor's going to take a look at it. When I was trying to get a check from the auditor, it was going to take, a month or
Right.
something like that. You have an electronic trail. I think it's a good way of going.
Yeah, this,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
automatically audits itself. I mean,
Yep.
it's-
Well, and every year when we have conferences, that's what I hold all the rooms on the county credit card until we get checks. And, I hold the conferences until we can get all the processes done. This way we can get in on the less costly rates
Right.
while we wait on paperwork. It's really an essential tool.
And we just let you know, the commissioners here, take county credit card. I think we've all refused over the years, so I think you're the only one who,
Yeah, and I just put everything on that to lock it down, and then you
Right.
guys put in for checks and so forth, so
Right.
it works out pretty well.
It just seemed like, compared to everyone else's credit limits, it's,
Honestly,
7
we didn't-
times as much as everyone else's.
We simply didn't even, it actually came in, the vendor said, or not the vendor, I'm sorry, Lormet said, again, we were new to this, and they said, here's an approved amount. We said, okay, and then we started talking about it, and we said, well, I guess that is an appropriate amount because in a month's period of time, which is what the billing cycle is, it's very possible that you would have a judge and their staff going to events, and so it's very possible you could get multiple charges on a single credit
because
line.
they're covering 6 elected officials.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, each one has 7,500.
Each one is
Oh, each one
7,500.
has-
Yeah.
But again,
yeah,
it depends
because
on
in
what their,
domestic,
I'm sorry, go ahead, Commissioner.
domestic relations, they're asking for the same one from Laura Met, if he has a credit card, and that's $5,000 for theirs.
Again, it's what the vendor proposed. It's irrelevant to us if we.
They want you to spend your
Well,
money.
the limit is it's got to be an appropriate business expense. If it shouldn't matter whether it's $5,000 or $7,500. If it's not an appropriate work-related expense, it shouldn't be spent. So, thank you,
You
Commissioner.
can't just go filling up their gas tanks.
Right.
No.
No, it's,
They have to have the mileage reimbursement.
I mean,
slip and
they
things
could,
like
it
that.
just comes out of their own budget. So, but,
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Under Developmental Disabilities, approve agreement between the Lorain County Board of Developmental Disabilities and Lorain County Prosecutor for the support of developmental disabled individuals in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5705.15 and 5705.16, and the fees for the year 2012 will be $31,023 and 2013 will be $31,023.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Under Domestic, authorize juvenile branch judges and staff to utilize Lorain Visa credit card for the year 2012 in the amount of $1,000 to $5,000 for conferences, food, lodging, transportation, telephone, gas and oil, minor vehicle maintenance, and emergency repairs of county-owned or leased vehicles.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Under the engineer, request NOACA to place 5 bridge projects on their transportation plan for federal funds. Federal funds will fund 80 to 95% of the project cost, with local share being MVGT or OPWC. Authorize the engineer to sign application on behalf of the board with the prosecutor's approval as to form. Plans are nearly complete for Dean Road Bridge rehab and 20% complete on Chamber Road Bridge replacement. Dean Road Bridge rehab, FY 2012 total project cost is $1,273,000, 5% local. Chamber Road Bridge replacement, FY 2014 total project cost is $346,415, 5% local. Jones Road Bridge replacement, FY 2016 total project cost is $1,159,000, 20% local. Hughes Road Bridge replacement, FY 2016 total cost is $1,069,000, 20% local. Orphanage Road Bridge replacement, FY 2017 total cost is $464,000, 20% local.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, it's nice to see Dean Rhodes finally getting out. It's been 5 years now, Neil. Mhm.
Okay. Health Board, amend Resolution
You
11.
didn't call for the vote on that.
That's why, okay. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Health Board, amend Resolution 11762 declaring it necessary to levy a tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation for a 1 mil levy for 5 years placed on the March 6, 2012 ballot. Said amendment is to reflect the millage equals 10 cents, not 1 cent. And this does not affect any of the ballot stuff.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Under the Sheriff, authorize Sheriff Stemetti and Lieutenant Debbie Reinhardt to utilize the Visa credit card for the year 2012, not to exceed $2,500 for conferences, food, lodging, transportation, telephone, gas and oil, or vehicle maintenance and emergency repairs of county-owned or leased vehicles, and payment on internet services used in criminal investigations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Grant sole ownership of K-9 Valley to Corrections Officer Daniel Thrasher. K-9 Valley has been serving the Sheriff's Office since 2009, and due to his age and performing daily activities, he will retire on December 31st. Corrections Officer Thrasher will release all claims in agreement to indemnify at a cost of $1.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Grant sole ownership of K-9 Jake to Deputy David Lotman. K-9 Jake has been serving the Sheriff's Office since 2005, and due to his age and performing daily activities, he will retire on December 31st. Deputy Lotman will release all claims in agreement to identify at a cost of $1.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
It's my understanding my nephew, Adam Trifoletti, is going to be having one of the canines for the Sheriff's Department.
Oh,
and
really?
His name is Bricks. Bricks or Brick, one of the two, so congratulations to Adam. He's following in his father's footsteps.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Approve the 2012 Lorain County Solid Waste District Litter and Open Dump Enforcement Agreement with Lorain County Sheriff's Office.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Renew the dental services agreement with Dr. Tran effective January 1st, 2012 through December 31st, 2012.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Williams.
Aye.
Would we like to, I think the judge is here, right?
Yep,
Yes, he
the
is.
judge is here, and I know he has a full schedule. If you could join us, Judge Walter, and the members of the OSU Extension and the 4-H, Friends of 4-H group.
Lisa Fox?
Did you guys all
Hey,
get copies
Kathleen.
of the journal entry?
No.
No.
It's in my email. I left it actually sitting on my desk.
It's generally the same.
Okay.
You have one? You have one, Jim? You and I, Commissioner Kalo, attended a board meeting the other night. It was Monday? Monday night for the, I gotta get the name right, Friends of the Lorain County Junior Fair, a nonprofit 501 organization. And I don't want to take all their thunder away from them, but as a result of discussions that we had at that meeting, and I believe many discussions that I've had with you over what is going to be required for the OSU Extension Office in order to keep a 4-H program up and running in this county, I've been asked to approve the release of $55,400 from the sale of the Green Acres. And before you have a journal entry. It's 3 pages long. I'm getting rather verbose in my years as judge, which is only 3 years. And in it just explains, how I came to the decision, one of the many benefits of the 4-H program that is part of Lorain County, and what it would mean if we lost 4-H here in Lorain County. So I'm happy to be able to approve that funding of the $55,400. There was some talk about, funding at a greater level than that amount, but through the money that is going to be available from the Friends of Lorain County Junior Fair, the Friends of Lorain County Junior Fair, and the solid waste monies, that we're able to actually leverage the money and get further use out of the money and potentially be able to fund it next year. I think it's important and that we find a more stable funding source. Either the economy improves here in Lorain County and it becomes part of the general fund again, or some of the things that are being talked about from the Friends of the Lorain County Junior Fair. This was kind of a stopgap measure as a way to get us from point A to point B. I would liken it to kind of like being in the emergency room, and so we resuscitated the patient for a year, but we need to find some long-term care to make the patient completely healthy. And I'm open to any questions
I
at
just
all.
want to say thank you, Judge. A lot of time and the group, Dr. Fox in particular. It was nice to be able to come with this and meet the will/deed intent from the sale of the Green Acres and the board's involvement to get this done. Long drawn-out process, and the prosecutor's office, of course, helping that we get the language right, that we are within, the intent of the money. So, board.
Oh, I'd like to hear from
What's that?
Lisa Fox.
Oh. Anything further?
No.
All right, well, I just want to, I actually wanted to extend thanks to Lisa Fox and her organization and Commissioner Ted Kalo for just taking the lead in this whole thing and pushing it through. I mean, I was just happy to be able to be just a part of it, but it certainly wasn't me. I'm kind of like Santa Claus, but the elves are the ones that do all the work, and Santa Claus gets the glory. So, thank you.
Appreciate it, Judge. Tell us who you are.
I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Lisa Fox Wright. I'm on the Friends of Lorain County Junior Fair Board, as well as Eric Grimm, our president, and Lynette Gord, who is from the Ohio State University Extension Office. We'd like to present you today with a check for $31,000 that we raised through our reverse raffle gala that was held on December 3rd. We plan on having this event annually, as long as we can, help it. And we'd like to continue to raise money to support 4-H because, as the judge said, it does support over 2,000 youths in our county annually. And Lorain County without 4-H, it wouldn't be right. So we'd like to present you with that $31,000 today.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right.
Tom?
No, I just want to say thank you as well. You've been working on this. I remember on Facebook seeing all the emails go around, and I'm sure that I know there's a large staff behind you, but you've been the face for it. And I just want to let you know how much I appreciate everything that you did for this program. You took something that we had to cut funding for because of the budget needs and actually turned it around, worked on it, got the funds in order to keep this program going. So I think you deserve all the credit on this because without you, this wouldn't have worked. It's not the commissioners, it's not the judge, it's you and your program that did this. So thank you so much.
Thank you. And just on behalf of all the youth that we support and the Friends of Lorain County Junior Fair, we'd like to thank you three. I mean, without you guys, we couldn't have made the amount that we needed to keep 4-H for this year. And so we really thank you guys. And we thank Judge Walters for all that he's done. And I know that his daughters are in 4-H, and you know, everything will just be great this year. And hopefully we have a lot of things on the table looking for more funding for years to come. So,
as we said in the
thank
meeting,
you.
anything you guys need from us to help you out with that, there's a lot of, I mean, what you did in 3 or 4 months is amazing. Now we have a whole year.
Yep.
We'd like to participate.
Thank you so
to
much.
help you move forward. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Really. Annette, anything you'd like to say? Annette Gord, our Extension Director?
Definitely. On behalf of the Extension Office, I'd like to thank the Friends of Lorain County Junior Fair group and the commissioners and Judge Walther and you know, everyone has done for us. We're very excited that we'll be able to continue with the 4-H program and the Extension Office, and look forward to working with all of you in the future.
Wonderful, thank you. Now, if the extensions can help us on the proposal I took down to the state to return some of our sales tax money, Lorain County, we won't have these issues going forward.
Well, let us know what we can do to help.
Thank you.
Just one real quick thing.
Tell us who you are. It's your 15 minutes of fame.
15 minutes of fame. I'm Eric Grimm. I am the president of the Friends of Lorain County Junior Fair. The folks that are missing here are the ones that donated and contributed to the gala, and those businesses and individuals have made it a priority, and we do thank them, because really without them, the gala would have been nothing and these funds wouldn't have been available. So
It was a great event.
yes, we do thank them for their support in this too.
Well, thank you very much. If, Lisa, you'd like to give the check to Lisa Hobart, our budget director. The funds out of the Green Acres proceeds are in a restricted fund, so it will be moved over. The $31,000 will be used to meet that match from county government, and then with the environmental dollars from 4-H, we have $800,000 then going to the OSU extension, correct, Lisa?
Correct.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Can we just, Lisa and I talked, we probably need a resolution to do that, so it's all straight with the auditors downstairs. So it's just basically going to state that the allocation of $103,800 for 2012 will be broken down as follows: $17,400 from solid waste, $31,000 general fund, provide a match of OSU, and $55,400 from the sale of Green Acres.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Keep up the good work.
Mr. Cortez, County Minister?
Well, it's our last meeting of the year, so I want to wish everybody in the audience and those that tune in out in the public a happy and safe holiday and a happy new year going forward. You know, clearly there has been a lot of challenges this year, and both I think most people in their personal and professional lives have confronted a lot of uncertainty this year as we close out the year. So hopefully they can find some peace and harmony through the holiday season. I do have a resolution I need with regard to CDBG. If you would pass that to the clerk. It's a housekeeping issue. It's a 3-year renewal with the state of Ohio to administer our CDBG revolving loan funds. It's pretty pre-functionary. The contract is what the contract is with the state. In our race to the finish line to try to close out the year, we're just grabbing pieces here and there, and this is another item we probably would have dealt with if we had a meeting next week. So I want to make sure that we don't cause any defect in our continuation of the Community Development Block Grant Program. So I would ask for a resolution on that from the floor.
Also move to approve the contract with the state of Ohio in regards to CDBG.
I'll second.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
That'll conclude my comments this morning. Thank you.
Commissioner, or Mr. Ennis, this is the county prosecutor.
Thank you. I have 2 issues I would like to discuss in executive session with the commissioners briefly. One is an update regarding pending litigation. The other involves an employee at Jobs and Family Services, and I need to discuss information that involves a disclosure of information that is protected under the HIPAA Act, so it therefore qualifies to be discussed in executive session.
Commissioners report.
We lost a great man this past week, Carl Yost. He's actually a member of the church that I go to, House of Praise in Lorain. His family is struggling financially this Christmas season, so if there's anybody out there that would like to help out in that regard, the family would very much appreciate it. You can contact my office or directly to House of Praise. Also want to say thank you to the Township Association. We had a really nice banquet there this past week. Huge turnout, 150 some people. So it was a really nice event. Great food, good pie, and I just want to say very Merry Christmas, blessed Christmas to all those out there, and also a very safe and Happy New Year. And that's the end of my report.
Busy week. Attended the El Centro ribbon cutting of their new facility in Lorain at East 28th Street and Pearl Avenue. They privately raised over $1.3 million for this facility to serve the neighborhoods out there. They do a great job. They're going to have a police substation in there. I saw Chief Rivera there. Victor Leadre, the director, gave a great tour. Just a wonderful facility. Also, we had Lorain County Growth Partnership event last week prior to the Township Trustees installation of officers. Both events went off wonderfully. Our train station looked great. They did a great job. Also had the resolution that Jim just brought up was approved yesterday at the Lorain County Economic Investment Development Corporation to go over the final numbers and what we have going forward, and some issues with Dopstat purchasing their building ahead of time, which is a great thing, so they're moving forward, and job creation. So we have concerns getting a qualified workforce. Speaking with one of the members of the board who's in the banking industry, said he's got customers who are looking to borrow money, but they're having a hard time filling the jobs, welders in particular. So if you have welding experience and you're not working, please see our workforce development people in the Job and Family Services building on North Ridge Road. We're looking for people. Also attended last night the Palace Civic Center. I was a member of the board there for about 10 years, past president. They showcased their new 3D screen. It's the largest one between the Great Lakes Center in Cleveland and Henry Ford Museum in Michigan. Great turnout, 700 or 800 people. Great job to the board, John Handy's side, and all the money they raised. It was fantastic. We had 911 combined on Saturday. I spoke with the sheriff on Sunday morning. It all went off without a hitch. So we are doing the mandate of the people of sharing services and combining people to save money for everyone, and hopefully within a year's time we can offer it to the rest of the communities to jump on board. After that, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As Jim said, it's been a difficult year but also a good year. Lorain County has been moving forward. Our job growth, the amount of capital has been brought into our county, and we hope to continue next year. Thank you. Commissioner Williams.
Well, it's hard to believe it's been a year since, or going on a year being a commissioner here. And first of all, you guys aren't too bad. So even Mr. Cortez, he's okay. Jerry Ennis, he's a great individual along with Teresa. Want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. It's been an interesting year. 2012, we have some issues coming up, but we're ready to face them. On Saturday, we did combine 911 and the sheriff dispatch. I went out there to see the operations. I just want to give a special thank you for Robin Jones for allowing me to come in and introduce me to everyone. It was good seeing everyone work together, seeing a team environment there, so confident that's going to go well. That's the end of my report. Thank you.
Okay, well, the organizational meeting will be Monday, January 9th at 9:30. Commissioners will have their first meeting regular on January 18th at 9:30. State of Ohio, the mileage reimbursement for 2012 will be 45 cents. Lorain County TID Board will meet Monday, January 9th at 11 o'clock. And then boards send various retirement proclamation certificates, one to Stan Kazer, Bridge Supervisor, retiring December 31st after 30 years. Jake, the Sheriff K-9, retiring December 31st, and Valley Sheriff K-9, retiring December 31st. Board correspondence?
Move the reading be waived.
Second.
Discussion. Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
Public comment?
Anyone wishing to address the board? Guess not. Well, Merry Christmas to everyone, and move to go into executive session as outlined by the county administrator and county prosecutor.
Second.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Williams?
Aye.
This has been a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page. Then click on View Agenda for a printable copy of the agenda.